nice takeaway from Atlanta. I mean, when you're against the best team in the league and you take a point away, what do you guys do to build off that?
Well, I thought it was a inspired performance. I thought it was good. We were under it for sure many parts of the game, but there were some moments that that you could look at in the first half that were good attacking movements. We had a couple handball shouts there a little bit. We got the one. We came into the lead. Obviously we were disappointed given the goal up right after halftime, but I think the team really bore down and collected itself and didn't allow a goal for those final 50-plus minutes.
Hard not to see a little bit of a twinkle in your eye when you do talking about your new additions and people being back and being excited for the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the challenge as coaches, it's always situational. So, I read some of the stuff, and everybody wanted to see Rui Diaz out on the field. We would have loved to put more twinkle on my eye had he come on and scored a winning goal against Atlanta. But, obviously the game didn't dictate that. We needed to make the substitutions that we did. And, the fans will see him this weekend.
So you think he's going to be in the starting 11 this weekend? Or?
Come on. Wow. Alan, wow. Next question.
Calvin Lairden's back. What do you saw in his performance, and is he ready to go for this weekend?
Yeah, he came on, did well for Jordan. It's good to have him back. It was unfortunate Jordan there got the second yellow. But can't fault Jordan's effort. He's been really, really good. So that's why it's good having two guys at each position. And Kelvin will be fine. He'll do well.
Jordan Morris continues to do work with the team. Has he been able to have a chance to integrate with some of the newer players that have come on and maybe be?
That's a little premature. That's a little premature. He's still a ways out in his rehab protocol. So as soon as he's ready, we'll get him on the field for sure.
Speaking of ring stuff, there was a lot of commentary online about the style of play that you employed, mostly from Atlanta fans complaining. Any response to their complaints about that kind of stuff?
They're free. They paid a ticket. And they paid the ticket price. They can say what they want. Twitter is you can hide behind things a lot easier than face to face. What I would say is that they are a good franchise. And they've done a lot of good things, and they should be happy to cheer their team on. Throwing shade on opponents, that's where you sometimes you can cross a line. I don't think anything was malintended. There's good competition between the two franchises. They obviously think that they've gotten the better of us, but look, we won an Open Cup championship our first year in existence, so we actually won some trophies our first year. They did not. They certainly raise the attendance level league-wide, and that is a great, great story. But they beat the attendance record because there was a couple thousand Seattle fans there. So you can look at a lot of different things about healthy competition, and then you can also slide backwards and make it personal or talk about some of the negative stuff that goes on.
What do you think was the biggest highlight performance-wise from your team in that one-on-one in Atlanta?
Well, I think just the commitment of the team to closing out the game. I mean, we were under pressure. I mean, let's be honest, Atlanta's a very good team. We were under pressure. And they never gave up, never quit, fought, battled hard, tried to find little spells of possession. But, going down a man at home against a big crowd like that, they really came together and defended well as a unit.
What are some of the things that you're going to be looking for from Raul to evaluate his ability for this game in regards to starting?
Well, just see how he integrates within the group, and we obviously have to figure out a starting lineup. So, that'll be the key.
How important is having Gustav back out here?
Good. Gustav, Roman, Ozzy, Raul, everybody. It's good.
What kind of advice do you have for those young journalists over there in terms of not being afraid to ask questions, especially some of the harder questions that need to be asked?
Well, I think you should never be afraid of any challenging question. You should always answer it honestly, without giving your starting lineup away.
How's Clint doing those?
Good. He was out there. He trained in full, so he's good.